There's going to be a TMNT Multiverse Battle Nexus featuring multiple versions of the Turtles. Let's talk about it. So it was recently announced that IDW is going to be releasing this 5-issue Battle Nexus series. There's going to be crossovers between different iterations of the Turtles. So there's going to be a one-page kind of bonus story at the end of each of these issues that will feature a face-off between two of the different iterations. So first we have the 1990 Turtles versus the Tales of the TMNT Turtles, which is an interesting pairing. I feel like they kind of have similar energies, but also not. Like, the 1990 Turtles are definitely more serious than the Tales Turtles, but they're not fully serious either. Like, they're a little bit silly sometimes. Next, we have the Mirage Turtles versus the Rise Turtles. And this is a really interesting pair-up because, first of all, the fact that Rise has the honor to face the original Turtles is kind of fun. But it does make me a little bit nervous because the kind of generalizations that happen with both of these iterations is that Mirage is super serious all the time and Rise is super silly all the time, which is not the case. However, I am hopeful because typically comics do a good job of paying respect to the different iterations, so I'm hopeful that this isn't just gonna make a big joke out of the Rise Turtles versus the Mirage Turtles. And from what I've seen in the Mirage Turtles, they're pretty cool, but like, with their mystic powers, the Rise Turtles would whip their ass. I'm so sorry, it's true. Then we have the 1987 Turtles versus the Archie Turtles, which this pairing makes a lot of sense because the Archie Turtles are essentially a spin-off of the 87 Turtles in comic form. So this pair-up, I think, makes the most obvious sense as, like, them being sort of evenly matched. It's gonna be interesting, though. I have not read the Archie comics yet, so I'm not really sure how this is gonna play out. And then the most exciting one is 2003 versus 2012. I think these are generally the fan-favorite iterations when it comes to the animated series. Like, the girlies love the 1987 series and the girlies love Rise, but generally the consensus is that one of these two series is the best Turtle series. And I think of all of the animated shows, these two are the most evenly matched in terms of their skill level. Like, they're the most similar in the way that they fight, whereas like the 1987 Turtles are very much not super skilled in that same way, and the Rise Turtles are very unconventional, especially with their mystic powers. So this matchup is the most exciting. I am extremely curious how they're gonna handle the canonicity of these battles, because you may recall last year we had this crossover with the 1987 Turtles, each facing one of these other versions of the Turtles. And the way that they handled the canonicity of this event was that these Turtles were created from dreams, and then the 1987 Turtles had their memories erased. So it's essentially like this didn't really happen. And like with that crossover, Mr. Og appears to be involved with this one. So there may be some shenanigans in this crossover where Mr. Og erases memories again, so there isn't any conflict with pre-existing canon. It is important to consider that these specific crossovers are only going to be one page each, so there's only so much they can cover in that one page. But either way, this is insanely exciting, and I can't wait to see these issues when they come out.